Hi, I'm Jerry Drager, Drager's International Classic Sales in Seattle, Washington. We're here at Drager's Clubhouse, and what I want to show you today is this beautiful 1966 Mustang GT Fastback. Yeah, it's a real GT. I know Mustangs. I've been doing this for 30 plus years. I've had hundreds and hundreds of Mustangs, and some of the little tricks everybody thinks they know about GTs isn't so. You got to dig really deep to know if it's a real GT or not. And I know how to do those things. And I want to tell you, it's a real GT. It's a beautiful car. It's not a show car, but it is a beautiful car. You'll like the way it runs and drives. It's clean and nice. It's a 289, of course, with a 4-barrel being a GT. And it's an automatic. It's got the console. It's got the pony interior in it. It's got all the nice stuff in it. Now, we had this car certified, and it's road-ready certified classic vehicle, and this is done by ClassicCars.com and Hemmings Motor News. Now, they do a report, and they really do a very thorough report on it. They come and do an inspection on it with this booklet here, showing photos and information on the car. This is the manual that they put together for their inspection, and it's very thorough. They give you all the information. They grade the car, they go through and they check all these points of interest. And like this car here, emissions, this is not required on this car. There's power steering right there. It's not applicable because it doesn't have power steering. So that's the windshield washer is not hooked up. It's not finished. Whenever they restored this car, the bag and the pump are there, but it's not. There's no plumbing. There's no spigots for the windshield washers on this car. And there's two more here. Everything else I think is applicable on it. But we have two here. The right there and their interior condition on both of those, and we'll show you that here in the back here a little bit, because everything else is not applicable. So we only have really two spots that are really checked on here. You can see they came and they take a lot of photos to show you everything really well, and then they got notes back here to show you about the two things. So right here is the seat. It's got a little burn spot in it. We're missing a manual, and Andrew went out and bought a manual, so it's got the manual now, and then it's got a scratch on the door. Let's take a little closer look at that. Now the scratch was right here, and Andrew brush touched it, so now you don't even see it. Now, so here's the manual, and brand new, and it's in the glove box. Right here is a little burn spot in there. I hope you can see it okay. It's not very big. Now we have a 289 engine in here, and as you can see, it's got an Edelbrock water pump on here. We've got a performance air cleaner on here, and also a performance intake manifold. We got the MSD ignition system on here. So it's not totally stock. We got this heavy-duty crossbar here for additional support. Look at there, there's a brand new Edelbrock 4-barrel on there. So you're all set up in here. The engine compartment, the inner fender wells are all real nice and clean. They've been painted in a gloss, which is not totally correct, but it looks really nice. I think you'll be happy with how clean and nice this car is. I just wanted to show you down in here, and I hope you can see this well, but this frame piece here and all this down here, it's all painted up real nice. It's really clean in here. The driver's side, of course, this whole car looks good, and I won't tell you it's perfect, but I know there's a couple of spots. In fact, I noticed a little spots along here, and there, I know there's a little spot there, and it's not going to show up in the tape, in the video. There's a little spot. I run my finger over it, I felt it. But that's what you got on here, just some minor little things on here on this car. I noticed right there's a little scratch in the paint. There's a little spot right there. Won't show up, but it's there. And there's a little chip in the paint right there. Andrew, get a little red brush, he could take care of that. Front end looks good. Hood is beautiful. The paint's very nice. We got the GT light bar, and all this looks real good in here. I see chips down underneath here, which is to be expected. As you can see, it's got a California plate on it, so it came out of California, even though I bought it up here in Washington. Oh yes, and right in here, I can't see it, but there is a little dent right there. Not very big. And a couple of chips in the paint right there. Otherwise, it's nice. Passenger side, you know, it's just like the other side. It all looks really nice. This is a nice car. All the striping looks good. Everywhere I look on this car is nice. I mean, there's a little spot right there. I see another spot. Probably somebody kicked it. Who knows? It's nothing even shows up to any extent. There's a little, well, that wasn't. That was just that one is a little spot right there. The other one was just a little dirt. It came right off. This side looks real good. I see a little spotting up here. I don't know what you'd call it. There's a little funny mark in the paint right there. I can feel it a little bit, but it's nothing giant, but it's there, just so you know. That's dirt. There's a chip right there. Yeah, everything else, and there's a chip right there. That's, I guess I showed you that chip already. The back end looks real good. I mean, again, just like the rest of this car. There is a little spot here. I thought it was dust the first time, but I can see a little spot there. And there's a spot right there. You may have a hard time finding it, but it's there. So this all looks good. I just noticed for the first time that it does not have the bumper guards on here. I hadn't noticed that before. But of course you can see the trumpet exhaust on here, and it's got the backup lights. I mean, everything looks real good. Very nice car. I want to point out to you, we have style steel wheels on here, and these are the correct 66 style wheels with the beauty ring. And the BF Goodrich tires, there's a lot of tread on them. All 4 tires. They're like new. Open the hood, you just reach down underneath the grill, pull it ahead, lift her up, and of course your engine's there. And I want you to look at the underside of this hood. I mean, it's beautiful. This car is nice. And of course you just close this back down. Now to open up this trunk, and I just noticed there's a little scratch right here, probably a key mark scratch from a key ring or a fingernail or something. But you can see the inside here, and it's got the heavy-duty trunk mat, which I like, and we've been trying to get some, and they're back ordered. And I love looking at this area here because this usually is rusted out in here. Now, we put the new board in here. It had the pieces in there. You can see this has been refinished in here a bit. But the inside is clean and nice. Looks good. And what do we have? There's the spare tire, just a tire and a black rim. Nothing exciting or fancy. If I could put it on right, it would be better. There we go. The windows work nice and smooth, as you can see. They go up. Both sides work good. And the vent wings work good. As you can see, the backup lights work just fine. We have the Deluxe pony interior here. Then this is a new door panel on here we put on, and you can see everything looks real good. As you can see, it's got the Deluxe pony interior in it with the door handles where it's supposed to be, and this Deluxe piece here. You see the light works. This is a brand new door panel. We put both door panels in, so it's brand new. We got a little spot right there. Again, we're carrying on. This is the Deluxe pony interior on the seats, and they're all real good. We have a spot right there. Other than that, this all looks good. We have the console in here. Of course, you can see we got the vents, and they open and close on both sides to let ventilation in. And you can see the seats down, and I like it that way. I may have told you that before if you've listened to some of my other videos, but on a fastback, I think it looks great. And I just always leave it down. I'll point out one more thing I noticed back here in the back. Looks like I may have had speakers in there at one time or another because there's 2 holes there, and that's probably what somebody has done at some time. And I just wanted to show you that we have seat belts front and rear for this car. And underneath the seat here is where the exhaust bracket is. It's got the double bolt for the GT. You can see we got the wood grain steering wheel in here, and it's all in great shape. We got the tack and the clock on the rally pack, the wood grain finish on the dash. That's all part of the GT package. And this, of course, the dash pad looks real good on here. You can see the tack working right here, and you can see the clock running right there. The radio, you turn it on and the dial comes on, and you can change it, but we get no sound out of it at all, so I don't know if the speaker's not working or not. Anyway, that's what you get radio-wise. Then we got the wipers work just fine. A little noisy with no water on them, and they're 2-speed. The heater, there, I don't know if you can hear that very well or not, but the controls work good. The defroster works like it's supposed to. Heat, all that, just really nice. Now this is a beautiful car, and I will tell you that these rear quarters on both sides have been replaced. This inner panel here has also been replaced. There's no hole on this one, but this is the original inner panel right there. And of course you can see somebody's painted the gas tank black. Looks good underneath here. The mufflers have been replaced. We actually replaced those mufflers. The drain vents are in here like they're supposed to be on both sides. That there's been no damage there where it's been filled in or anything. And you can see the floor pans on here are all real good, but it looks like they've been undercoated. So somewhere along the line somebody, and they're not very heavily undercoated, so it's hard to say who did what. I want to point out these numbers right here. You can see them stamped in the bottom of the rocker right there. Now that's an indication that nothing's happened or been played with on this car or any damage. And it's the same on the other side. Those numbers are in there just like that. Now this has got the typical you'll see on a Mustang sometimes where these get dented from who knows what, going over a curb or something like that. I noticed the same there. But the floor pans and the rockers, none of this looks like it's been hit at all. It all looks real good, solid. No rust do I find anywhere underneath here. Your C4 automatic transmission is right here, and it looks like it's been out of the car because everything looks clean way up above and everything. I do see a little bit of drip right there, maybe just a little bit of dripping out of it, nothing giant. The 289 engine here looks good. I see there's a new piece in here. Looks like brand new shocks on here on the front also. Looks like everything underneath here looks good. It's nothing fancy or anything. It's clean, but it's not show or polished. We're not positive, but it sure looks like a brand new radiator. I mean, I look at it and I can look up through here and the sides are all real clean and the fins are all clean. It looks like it's been replaced and stuff. And of course, with the GT, you get disc brakes on the front. It doesn't make it a GT because it has disc brakes, but it is part of the GT package. I hope you can see us well. I mean, this is a nice car. It looks good. I like them. They look like they're going fast even when they're standing still. Looking good to you? It's a nice car. It's got all the good features. It does not have power steering, however. That would be nice, but it works fine. How are we looking? Looking good? I'll step on it here a little bit so you can get an idea. It runs well. You gotta like the looks of these Mustangs Fastbacks. Don't they look great? Fun car. I hope you enjoyed our video of this beautiful Mustang GT Fastback. Thanks again for watching.